What you think, buddy?
Good.
Having fun? Atta boy. We gonna shoot a big buck here?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. All right, guys, well, what's going on? Thanks for tuning back in. We are back out on the Minnesota 60 today. It's the first week of August. We're just getting back from Alaska fishing, and it's brassica plot time. So we already got our clover in this spring. It's looking good. We've already did a mow on it. The deer pounding it, which is great. So last step, get the big sexy in the ground, get batteries in all the trail cameras, and get out. So we got some good deer showing up on all three jigs, the 30 and the 60. And I didn't know that I was gonna have two of my favorite little helpers here with me today. So pretty pumped to be able to put these guys to work a little bit, and then maybe me and Jake can relax a little bit. What do you think about that?
I think we'll be the relaxers. You guys will be it. You guys will be it.
Oh, okay. Well, either way, super pumped. This is the first year, it'll be the third year planting the main food plot here. The last 2 years we've tried beans. We just said forget about it this year. We got clover in front of the blind, and then we're putting on each side big sexy. And so the one side we're gonna plant a little bit thinner and try and get bigger bulbs. The other side we're gonna plant a little bit thicker and then try and get just more leaf tonnage. So super excited. Jake brought the tractor down. I got the remote control brush hog. Maybe you can at least run that a little bit. Want to mow? He loves that thing. Go on, Julia. But awesome. Well, I'm glad you guys are here. We're gonna get Jake on the tractor. I'm gonna get mowing, and we gotta knock all this grass down. He'll rototill it up. We'll get the seed in, and we're moving on to the next farm. We're gonna do all three here today. So we got a long day ahead of us, and we're just waiting for Casey's Pizza and Gatorade. So that's gonna be the plan, but we're gonna get to work here. All right, guys, well, the two big sexy plots, kind of the dumbbell effect we'll call it, is all done. Thanks to Jake and his kids for coming down, helping out. It's exciting, man. This is always kind of the tipping point of when you're getting out, deer starting to move into where they might be hitting early season, and it's just a really good feeling when you know bow hunting is just over 30 days out. So we're super pumped. Happy to get big sexy in the ground. Just one more thing to check off the list and get ready for bow opener here. We have some awesome bucks coming up here for Brindley's first ever deer season in Minnesota. We've got 3 or 4 bucks on this farm I would love for her to shoot. We got a bunch on the other one too, and I don't think she's gonna be too picky, but we actually just had a buck that we're gonna call Mini-Me. He's the junior to the buck I killed last year. Super cool to see that. I didn't really know if a deer last year was gonna be his offspring or not, but it definitely is. They're almost identical, so that I would love to see her shoot that one, because he's just never gonna get the time length that we want. There's a couple beautiful young 8s that I'd be okay if she shot too, and anything else that she wants to. I mean, there's a bunch of other just smaller bucks that if she wants to shoot a 4-corn, she can fill that freezer, and we'd all be super pumped about that. So the only buck that we're waiting on, and probably the most anticipated on the 60 here, would be a buck that he was a mainframe 9, trying to be a 10, double splits on his 2s, double split brows. Jake found the shed to him right off the Kansas plot last year, and after I shot the sticker 10, that deer was living in here until about turkey season. So We know he's around. I'm sure he's just in the neighbor's beans, but that's definitely a deer that Jake, myself, Alicia, Abby, any of us will be after here. And then the other deer are all gonna get a pass until next year unless Brindley shoots one. But now we're off to the next farm. So we're gonna load everything up, get out of here, it's hot. We're gonna go get some Casey's Pizza and some cold Gatorade and hit the road. So thanks for watching, we'll see you at the next farm. Alright guys, we're just finishing up here at the Minnesota 30. Can't thank Jake and his kids enough for coming out here and helping me out. It's awesome. We got this top of the tee, I call it, with the apple orchard here tilled up. This is all big sexy. And then we have a big sexy bay right in front of the blind. And then it's comeback kid clover in between and on the right hand side of the blind. So they'll have late season food and early season food right there within bow range in a scrape tree at about 30 yards. So they got everything that they need right there with a pond. And hopefully this will kind of help hold them in here or suck them in late season. That's when that big boy finally started daylighting. But with the logging project and everything we've done, he's already daylighting near this year. So this is just one more thing. We're gonna try and get him in here more. When I was down here looking at these, or handling these trail cameras, I saw these deer beds that were just crazy. I mean, they're wore down to the dirt, they're dug up, and like they've been sitting in there bedded right off the food plot 50 yards. And with our access up the back door, that blind is bulletproof. So them deer can be right there 50 yards off the food plot and they won't have a clue that we're in here sneaking in hunting. So super pumped. The setup is killer. We got the food here. The clover looks so freaking good. The pond's full of water. The bedding's here now. So all we need to do is get out of here. Hopefully this buck keeps showing up here in daylight. We got about 45 days and we're gonna be sitting in that blind trying to shoot him. So super pumped. Couldn't thank those guys again enough for coming around and running all over southeastern Minnesota with me. Now we get to go up to Jake's, finish up his food plot. We got one big sexy plot to do there and then we're done. So I know Jake is gonna have a beer with me and we're gonna kick back and just start watching trail cam photos until bow opener. Thanks for watching and stay following along.